A SKAARHOJ device has two operation modes, normal mode and configuration mode. And in configuration mode, we have a web interface where you can configure the device with the functionality of all the buttons and so forth. The way you bring the device into configuration mode is by pushing the configuration button, which sits right there. So you press it and hold it with the tip of a pen until the LED lights up blue. And it does right now. So if you watch the display, you can see what the IP address of the device is. And in this case, the IP address is 10.6.27.7. Now, the thing is, it's really cool if, and this IP address, it probably matches your video LAN network. So the idea of booting up in this with this IP address is that your laptop, being on the same LAN, would have easy access to the controller. In other words, when you go into the configuration mode, your controller will still have the IP address it has in normal mode for the particular preview or preset you're in. Okay, you can be less lucky if you have a controller like this one, because it doesn't have a display. So what happens if this one would be on such a network and you can't see what IP address it sets up for itself? And this is why we have a so-called configuration default mode where the controller will always boot up with a known IP address. It will be easy to show on this one because I simply do the same. I just hold the button for a little longer. So I find the configuration button again, I hold it, but I wait longer than until it's blue. Actually, I wait for another few seconds until it's white. So you see it's blue now, and now it's white. So I release, and you see on the display that now the IP address of the controller is the default IP address we normally use, which is 192.168.10.99. What you also see if you look is that the controller will immediately get into a self-test mode, which also happens in normal configuration mode, but after 2 minutes. And that is a mode where all the knobs and displays will blink and basically show off the features they have. And that is basically a way for us to burn-in test the controller. We use this during production, after production, and for you it can be a way to perform diagnostics on the controller if you need so.